guys, I want you to do this if you really want to boost your credit score over 100 points, 150 points. If you want to see amazing results, like if you want to see things like this when you log into Credit Karma, saying that your credit scores went up 113 points, and don't forget, this is just on one bureau, then please make sure you guys follow these steps. Now, the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I saw this comment here. Let me pull it up. So go ahead and read this here. But somebody said they're trying to build their credit score. They don't have any history at all. They just signed up and was approved for the platinum credit card. They have $1,000 limit. They're asking me whether they should spend $300 a month on this card. Should they pay it in full by the due date? Is it okay to pay it off early? All of this is confusing. It's like a game. It is definitely a game, okay? So since you seem like you have a lot of questions, let me answer all of these questions and let me get into credit and the different factors into your FICO, okay? So first off, congratulations on actually building your credit. I do suggest that people have 4 credit cards reporting. So try to apply for at least 4 credit cards. You got that one. I don't know if you have others, but try to get at least 3 more credit cards reporting onto your credit report. Okay, I would like you to also get 1 installment account. If you can, it's like sometimes you can do like a secured installment account, like maybe Federal have their pledge loan, or sometimes you can just get like a small little personal loan from the bank and just pay it back, just so you can start having something important to the credit bureaus. And it can be an additional account. Sometimes you already have student loans; those are installment accounts. Don't worry too much about getting another one if you got your student loans, or if you have a car. If you already have a card that's reported as an installment account, should be good. So again, 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts. Doing that is going to help you boost your credit score very, very fast. Now, the next one is, let me see what else you want to know. You shouldn't spend more than $300 per month. Y'all listen to me closely. Y'all can max out your credit card every month, okay? Y'all can definitely max out your credit card every month. But the thing is this, because you asking when to pay it too. Pay your statement balance by your due date. Period. That's so you never get charged any interest. So you may have a credit card that's a 30% interest rate. So instead of them charging you for using the money, they're not going to charge you at all because you pay whatever your statement balance is, and every month you'll get a statement. Whatever that balance that was left that you did not pay from last month is basically your statement balance. You want to make sure you pay that by your due date. You'll never be charged any interest. I don't care about our credit scores at this point. I really want to care about that first. Do not pay them any interest. I will almost pass out if I have to pay interest on my credit cards. Like, I know it's gonna be a lot of money if I hold a balance. Like, you know what I mean? So just make sure you guys are paying your statement balance by your due date. Now, in terms of having the highest credit score possible, make sure that you are not having more than 5% of your limit being reported to the credit bureaus. So usually with Capital One, like 3 days after your due date, your statement is going to come out. So if your due date is, say if your credit card is due on the 5th, usually around the 8th to the 10th, that's when your statement is going to come out. Whatever you owe at that time, that is your statement balance. And that's what's going to be due the next time your bill is due on the 5th of the next month. Okay? So by your due date, or at least be careful with this part. Make sure that your balance is 5% below before your statement comes out. Sometimes you can play with them, like, well, I'll pay the day after my due date, or I'll pay it 2 days after my due date. But don't mess around too much, because you may find that they did not process your payment fully, or your statement already came out and you made your payment too late. So what you just paid is not going to help your credit, if you get what I'm saying. Because once your statement is out, your statement is out. They only report to the credit bureau one time. They're not going to keep reporting to the credit bureau all month. They're reporting one time. Whatever your statement balance is, that's what they're going to report. So to have the best credit score possible and really see an increase in your credit score, this is for everybody. I don't care how many credit cards you have. Your utilization is very, very important. Make sure you guys pay all of your credit cards down to 5% or below, or make sure that that's what's being reported to the credit bureaus. As you see, you use too much of your credit cards and you let them report a balance. It's okay if they report a balance like So like for my credit, like right now, I don't care about my credit in terms of I'm not applying for credit right now. All I'm doing is paying my statement balance by my due date. So I don't technically have the best credit score possible, but who cares? Because guess what? You can pay off all your credit cards this month, and next month you're gonna have the best credit score possible. They don't care about they're not gonna care like, oh, well, you've been holding a balance. They don't care about that because when they pull your credit reports, they're gonna see at that time your credit score is very, very high because you paid off all your credit cards or paid them down very low, and you don't have a high balance on your credit cards. So if you to the point where you don't care about getting more credit, yes, you can let them report, a balance on your credit card. Just make sure you pay your statement balance by your due date. You're not being charged any interest because you can easily pay down your credit cards. So please understand me and please let me know or ask for clarification in the comments. I'll make another longer video like this, just going into details, or catch me when I'm live because I do want to go live for you all too, and I can do a lot of clarification on this. But utilization is very, very important. That's why I spend a lot of time on it. These credit cards will make or break you. Okay, so make sure you guys check out your utilization, see what it is, and try to see how you can fix it, because it really is a game. But once you know like the basics, and I'm gonna give you an overview, I'm gonna go through everything at one time, then you will understand it. Is it okay to pay it off early? Yes, it's okay to pay off your credit card early. I would rather you pay off your credit card early than to pay it late. And what I do is this. So around the first of every month, I just get used to this. The first of every month, I pay all of my bills. I pay the minimum payment on all of my credit cards. Sometimes I just may pay just a statement balance at that time too. It just depends. But no matter what, I'll make sure that I have everything on auto pay. I'll make sure I have all the money in my account that I need to pay all these different bills, and I'll just make sure everything is good. Or I'll go in myself and pay the statement balance too. So I'll go in and just say, hey, well, my Navy Federal, let me make sure I pay that statement balance. My Discovery, pay that. American Express, I'll pay that. I'll go in and just pay all of my credit cards. I'll pay the statement balance. That way, I know y'all not going to charge me interest. But on my auto pay, I have an auto pay set up for just a minimum payment. If you guys were to because I talked to a client and he did this. He said, I just couldn't pay it early. And he don't like auto pay because one time he had too many things come out at one time, and they end up just marking him as being late, or they end up charging him fees. I don't know what happened, but it just did not work out right. I think he got overdrafted in his account. It was just a big mess. So what he said he liked to do is once he buys something this week, next week he going to pay it. That's the system. That's what he got used to doing. Okay, but with me, what I got used to doing is no matter what, I'm going to pay my statement balance by my due date. Like I can look and say, okay, like I show you guys my Apple all the time, like me paying my Apple, and I've been putting way more charges on my Apple credit card right now because I want to get a higher limit. So usually, if you want to get a increase on your credit card, what you need to do is pay it off. Like you need to put a lot of charges on there and pay it. Put a lot of charges on there and pay it. It just shows that dang, you might need a higher limit. But if you guys check out my previous videos, I show you guys me paying my Apple credit card, and they'll say, hey, if you pay this amount, we're going to charge you this amount of interest. This amount, if you pay this amount, is this amount of interest. And they show where it's no interest, which is my statement balance. If I pay my statement balance, they won't charge me any interest at all. So I make sure I pay my statement balance by my due date. And I spent a lot of time on this part of it because if you guys do not understand the credit card thing, like with paying it right, you're going to waste so much money, and you should just use a debit card, seriously. Or you're going to get yourself in credit card debt, and you don't want that, okay? So that's why I really spend a lot of time on that. So let me run through the different parts of the FICO. So first of all, make sure you pay all your bills on time. Like on time payment history is the most important part to me. Utilization is like, to me, on time and utilization is like right there, but that payment history to me is let's say that is the most important, because guess what, you can't just pay that off the next month and be cool. You got to do goodwill letters. You got to beg the company to remove the late payments. You send a letter to the credit bureaus. When if you guys were to mess with your utilization, mess that up, all you got to do is just swallow the point that you probably got to pay interest on your credit cards, or because maybe you ain't got to pay interest. Or if you have a high utilization, you just pay it off in the next month, you're good. But with that payment history, it's not like that. So just put your credit cards, put all your accounts on auto pay for the minimum payment. Okay? And do not live above your means. accounts. If you do that, you'll always have money in your account. Okay, now credit mix, you want to have different type of accounts. Remember I said I want you to have 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts. That is a real deal. Like, that's something real. You don't want to just have credit cards. You want to have some type of installment accounts. And I also see, like, when I ask for increases, or if I ask for certain type of credit cards, they'll say the lack of real estate debt. They'll say things like that as a reason why I couldn't get a higher limit, because they want to know, if something was to happen, you don't pay this, can they come and get an asset from you? So usually when you have like a mortgage or something reporting, your credit score will be even higher because you have a mortgage reporting. Okay, as long as you're paying it on time. Now the inquiries, when you guys are applying for that new credit, the inquiries, that can actually lower your credit score. But again, with inquiries, if you guys have not seen previous videos, I have seen people, let me say this, I have seen people, if they get an inquiry, they call the credit bureaus and they talk just like this. Hey, I have this inquiry with, let me see, what is this company? They don't act like they know everything. Oh, Capital One, that's what it is. Yes, it is inquiring my credit score. It should not be on here. It seems like this is really hurting my credit score. I think I might need to put a lock on here, because I don't think I should have got this inquiry on my credit report. Okay? Talk like that, a lot of times they'll just delete it right there. Okay, well, I see this. Let me dispute it for you. Okay, this is going to be taken care of. You should see results very soon. Okay, that's usually what happens. They get them inquiries removed. But if you don't work to remove inquiries, or if you have to keep these inquiries, they're going to stay on there for 1.5 years. 1 year, 1.5 years to 2 years. Now, keep in mind too, when it comes down to these inquiries, do not call for it on a don't call about an inquiry if you got the account. Like, you got Capital One reported right now, you're using a credit card, and now you calling about the inquiry. That's not going to be good. So please don't do that, because that's going to mess up so much. So just try not to get a lot of inquiries. But I have had a lot of inquiries and still got credit cards. So, do with that as you please. Now, remember, if you guys watch like the video from earlier today, I taught you guys about the average age of accounts. So when it come down to your credit age, they want to know what's your oldest account all the way down to your newest account. They're going to add all of those up, and then they're going to figure out what's the average age of it all. Okay, so when you first starting off having credit, you don't really have no average age. So your credit score can't just shoot up very high so quickly. Like, you can't just be at 790, 780, because you got to start having age. They want to know you didn't start having credit yesterday. Like, you've been doing this for a while. So that's why I tell people, if you got student loans, like, student loans are my oldest accounts. If you got student loans, that's going to help with your overall age of your account. So don't try to remove your student loans, and just try not to have just too many accounts that you're applying for at once too. When I say too many accounts, like every 3 months you're trying to get 4 credit cards because you're seeing some video of somebody getting approved for a credit card, and here you go, applying for credit cards. I tell people, get your 4 credit cards, wait 6 months to a year, and right now I'm on a year cycle, if anything, maybe even 2 years, to try to see if you want to get any additional credit cards. Okay, because this is going to mess up your age, because now you have these new accounts that's only 3 months old, 2 months old, and now maybe you started building your credit 3 years ago, but now you're messing up your overall age because now it's becoming shorter. So keep that in mind. Now, to me, age, it matters a lot, because you want to have old accounts in your credit reports. Usually, if you want to be added on as an authorized user on someone's credit card, so that their credit history will be on your credit report, you want the oldest account. Usually, that's what you would want to give you that age. Okay, but to me, you can still get to where you need to go by just building naturally. Get you 4 credit cards right now, and I call it sitting on them. You just sit down, don't do nothing. Maybe wait a year. Go ahead and get you 4 more credit cards, and make sure that they're a level up. Don't get some secure credit cards and that start building your credit, and then you like, oh, I'm gonna get this other credit card, and then a new credit card you're gonna get. They giving you $1,000 limit, and you happy because you don't have to put a deposit down. But the problem is, you're paying a crazy annual fee, or probably maintenance fees. Or in the case of the person for this video, you get that $1,000 credit card right now, and then the next time you get a credit card, they give you $1,500 or they give you $2,000, and you're very, very happy, and then you sell it for annual fees and stuff like that. If you start off with $1,000 credit card, you do what you need to do with that credit card. That credit card alone should increase you. So you should be asking for them. You should be asking them every month for an increase. That's what I'll do. Every month, asking for an increase, especially if you at the point where you're keeping your balance down. Like right now, like I said, my utilization it's not the best because I have 0% APR credit cards right now that I'm holding a balance on. I'm not gonna pay them off. They're not due until next year. So in that case, I might not ask for an increase on those credit cards. I'll ask for an increase on some of my other credit cards, but I'll understand if they say no because my credit score is not the best that it can be. So if you want to wait too, you can wait until you actually pay off all your credit cards, and as soon as you pay them off, you should see your credit score just go up very, very fast. And let me show you guys. Let me see if I have some results to show you of like people credit score just going up by just doing what they need to do. So you got 87 points right here. I don't know if this is an increase. That's not necessarily an increase. This one is 90 points, 63 points. These different things is from just doing, like I told you, get you 4 credit cards, keep the balance low on them at 5% or below. Or if it's not at 5%, get that balance down on those accounts. And also make sure you put all your credit cards on auto pay. Don't just keep applying for a lot of credit cards so you're gonna get them inquiries. You gotta make sure that you're maintaining those inquiries. It just get your credit cards, let them start just aging. Wait a year, maybe 2 years to get you some more credit cards. But when you get to the point where I'm at, where I have a lot of credit cards, honestly, I don't want to get any more credit cards. Like I don't, not right now, and I don't have any needs for like 0% APR credit cards right now. Even after this one, I don't have a great need for them, so I'm probably gonna wait about 2 years to even think about getting more credit cards because I like the ones that I have. But hopefully this video helped you. Hopefully you guys will see a great boost in your credit score, and this can help those beginners too that don't have any credit, trying to figure out how they can even get into the 600s, 700s quickly. This can actually help you, okay? But if you guys have any questions, go to my website, Rickita.com. Let me show you what it is, Rickita.com. And you see right here where it says schedule a call. Go ahead and schedule a call for somebody on my team, or if you're in my membership, go ahead and schedule a call with me. Just pick the Rickita only appointments, and I'll be happy to talk to you all. So let me see. I think this is, yeah, here. So here's a different membership plans here. It's just different pricing, but it's still the same membership. And if you guys are a part of my membership and you have negative accounts on your credit reports, we send out free letters for those people that's part of membership. Because like getting accounts deleted from your credit reports. Oh, you know what? I didn't even say that too. That's one of the best parts. The best ways to increase your credit score. Getting them accounts deleted. Make sure you don't have any negative accounts. But I was focusing on those people that's really trying to build credit that never really had credit too. But if you have negative accounts on your credit reports, delete them. And I got a free letter too for those people that need to delete them accounts from your credit reports. Just go ahead and click on this letter right here on my website. Get your free letter. Mail that thing out and start getting like your accounts removed from your credit reports. And once you get them accounts removed from your credit reports, you should see a great increase in your credit score too by getting those accounts like deleted from your credit reports. And here's some results, like some inquiries being deleted from your credit reports, some accounts that kick off, maybe federal, like somebody has some credit union accounts, and also this right here got a public record, which is a bankruptcy. That first account is a bankruptcy being removed from the credit report. Also, like student loans, if they really, really bad, they'll only remove them. But definitely removing accounts can help you pretty much increase your credit score. But I'll talk to you guys later. I'm so ashamed that I even forgot that. It's like big deleting accounts. But it's okay. It's mainly for those people like this person have no history. They don't have that account. So I was focusing on those other people. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Drop the comments on any questions that you guys have, and then maybe I'll make a video for you. See you guys later.